Hi everyone, so welcome to today's class. So as we had in the previous class, we are looking into the business partner, right? SAP business partner. So what is a business partner and what are the new things are there? We are discussing about that one. So today we will be looking into the configuration and details in SAP screen. What are the business partners are there? Okay, so before going forward, let's understand the difference and what are things have been added in the S4HANA side in the configuration side. Okay, so here when we see, so this we have already discussed in the previous class. I'll be providing the link in the information button. You can find it from the info button, and you can go to the previous class of business partner and you can get an idea like what are the new things and what are the overview of business partner. Okay, so here you can see there are business partner category is defined, person and group or an organization. We can create the business partner as one of the above. Okay, and next thing here we can have the configuration step. In the configuration step we are having number ranges and we will be having the BP account group. So before in the who are already working in the, let's say, ECC version, or who are already working in the ECC, or let's say any kind of end users or anyone is there, so for them before we are having only one vendor account group. Okay, so here, if you see the master data, this master data has been created as per the, let's say, ECC version or ASAP methodology. So here you can see for the vendor master, we are having only one account group. Vendor account group will be there. We will be defining the number ranges into that, and we will be defining the, let's say, payment terms and everything we will be defining, and then we will be assigning this to, we will be creating the vendor master based on this account group, right? So here in the S4 HANA, what is there? There is one more concept is there, that is BP grouping. Okay, same as your vendor account group. So here we will be having one BP group also. Okay, so BP groups are there. So it is same as of your account group, same as the account group. It is there in the S4 HANA in the BP side. Okay, so now what we need to do, we will we need to create the vendor account group also. We need to create a number range. We have to define a number range. We have to assign the number range to the vendor account group. Then we have to create, or we have to define a BP grouping over there, or BP group over there we will be creating. In that BP grouping also we need to create a number range, and we need to assign that number range to the BP grouping. Then we will be assigning this vendor account group to BP grouping. Okay, so this is the new thing. So before we are having only one thing to configure, that is vendor account group. We are configuring this and we are creating the vendor master based on this account group. So right now what is there? This is one vendor master data will be there. This is one BP master data will be there. Okay, so in the BP master data, what you need to do, you have to create a grouping, or when BP group, there you have to define a number range. You have to assign that number range, and again you have to assign this BP number range or BP grouping to the vendor account group. Okay, I believe it is little bit of confusing because this is a new thing, so don't worry about that. It is same as like in the, let's say, in the organization structure. When we are looking into the central purchase organization, we are creating one purchase organization centrally, then one purchase organization to the plant, then we are assigning the both the purchase organization to each other. So similarly here we will be creating one account group, vendor account group. We will be create a BP grouping, then we will be assigning both to the each other. Okay, now let's see how we can assign it. Okay, so now there is one more concept is there. Now there is one, here you can see there is a BP number range is there. Here you can see there is a vendor number range is there. Okay, vendor account group, for this account group you will be having a number range. So you can take two different things. Okay, you can either take these two number ranges as a different, let's say your BP number range or your BP will be identified in one number, your vendor might be identified with another number. Okay, this is also possible. You can take the same like BP grouping or BP number range, same as of your vendor master number range also you can take. So this is also possible. So it will totally depend on your let's say client or your customer how they want to go for it. Okay, so now let's understand. Now let's go to the let's say let's go to the SAP screen and let's understand what is this, what are these things are there, what is the BP grouping and where these settings are there. Okay, now let's go to the SAP screen. So here we need to go to SPRO. So here we have to go to reference IMG. I believe all of you have already know how to go to your vendor master configuration, right? Who are new to totally new to the SAP, or they are not trained in the let's say ECC version, or they are not having any experience into the ECC version, they will not know. So for them, you can where you can customize or where you can do the settings for the vendor master, you have to go to logistics general. Okay, so in the logistics general, here you will be having one business partner. So here you have to come to the business partner, expand this node, then you have to come to here supplier. In the supplier, you are having one control. In the control, you are having here defined account groups and field selection. If you click on here, so here you can see these are the vendor account group which are already created. Okay, 0001 is the vendor. Here you can find 0002 as the goods supplier. These are some of the account groups are there. Okay, so if you want to create a new account group, you can copy from the existing one or you can create a new entries also. So here we have taken this NIVN as the account group for the vendor master. So we will be creating the same. So now here we'll be going here, select this one, go to the copy as button. So here we can take NIVN. Okay, so NIVN is the vendor for, let's say, we will be saying Nissan vendor test. Okay, here the number range is already defined as BP as we are copying from the 0001. For that one, it is taking the number range of that one. Okay, so here there is some field selections are there. So general data, company code data, purchasing subscreen subrange, and purchasing plan. So here you can define field status. Okay, here you can define like which is mandatory. Let me go here. So here you can see address. So here you can see some of the fields that are related to address. So if you want to make something as required, something as optional entry, something as display, or something as suppress, you can take it like that one. Okay, so a required entry will be a mandatory entry. Optional entries will be you can take the input of the field or you can leave it. Likewise, there will be no issue. So required entries, you have to fill it. Okay, without it, you cannot be able to proceed further. Okay. So similarly, here you can find like for any kind of groups are there, so you can define the field status, okay, which is mandatory, which is optional. You can bend in that one, okay. So now we can just click on OK. Now just save this one. So we have created NIVN. Okay, so let's go to the BP number range. So now next one here you can go to the define number ranges for supplier master record. Okay, so here you can go to the interval. Here you can find the BP number range. Okay, so here you can find the BP number range. Let's say you are going to create a new number range also. That is fine. You can create a new number range and you can define this new number range over here. Okay, so you can define a new number range. You can just go to add. Okay, insert a line. There you can create a new number range. Okay, so what is number range is available, as per that you can create a new number range. I'm not taking new number range. If required, you can create a new number range also. So now here we have to assign this number range to the we have to assign this number range to the to your vendor account group. Okay, so now let's go back. So here if you click on the number range, here you are having this account grouping over here. You are having a number range over here. Let's say you want to change the number range. Let's say go to position and we will be going NIVN. Okay. This is what we have created. So if you want to change the number range over here, you can change the number range here also. Here you have to provide the number ranges. Okay, so in the main screen, like whenever you are creating the group, at that point of time you will be not able to assign the number range or change the number range over there. You have to define the number range here. Okay, so now let's go back. So this is all about our number ranges for the account group. So here we have created the vendor and here we have created the vendor or supplier. We have created the account group, vendor account group or supplier account group we have created, and we have given the number range to that one. So this is available in the ECC also. Here, in the ECC we are doing like this one. Okay, then we can define the transaction dependent screen layout. We can see the screen layout specific to purchasing organization. These things we are having, right? So these things also you can change it here also. Okay, so these are existing in the ECC. Now what is changed in S4HANA? So in S4HANA again you have to do the BP configuration. So where you can do that? So you can go to the top. So here you are having one cross application components. Okay, remember this is cross application components. So here we are having one business partner under logistics general, and you are having one business partner you will be having under the cross application component. If we expand this one, now here you can see there is a SAP business partner is there. If you expand this one, now here you will be having, let's say here you will be having the business partner. Expand this one. Now here you will be having basic settings. Here you are having the person, organization, group. We have seen this category. Right now we are having this category in the business partner function in the S4HANA. Okay, so related to these settings, let's say persons, organization or group, if you want to change something, you can go here and you can change name, components, marital status, occupation, whatever things are there, you can change it. Not required for us. That much of details is not required for us. Now if we go to the basic settings, here you can see first one is the business partner role. Expand this one. First one is, here you can see define BP roles. If we click on this one, so these are the BP roles are there. Okay, this is not the group, this is the BP role. So BP role, what is a BP role? This is also a major thing right now, because see in the ECC version we are creating the vendor master in MK01, FK01 and XK01. Okay, there are three types of vendors are there, means three methods of creating vendors are there. Okay, right now in the BP master data we are having one transaction that is called BP. There only we have to create the all type of, like if you are going for supplier creation, customer creation, or let's say you are going for your let's say FI side vendor you are creating. All of these things are available in the BP itself. So there you have to assign the role. So role is a major part. Might be you will be getting this question in the, let's say in your interview, or might be in the, let's say in your certification exam also you will be getting this question. What is a BP role? So BP role is basically nothing but you can create a business partner from the, what is a role? So role may be, let's say your purchasing role may be your finance role. Okay, or role may be a general vendor might be there in the general data. So basically what is new in the SAP, so now whenever you are trying to create a vendor, first you have to create a vendor under this vendor role. So this is a, sorry, this is the BP role. This is a standard BP role. So here you can find business partner general. Okay, business partner general means your general data will be created first. Okay, so whenever you are going to create a business partner, first you have to create under this BP role. This is a business partner general data. So it will be stored in the general table or client label, it will be stored. So this will only contain the business partner general data. Okay, so if you go to, now let's go to the BP transaction. Here you will be having one idea. So if you go to BP, so here you can find what is there. Here you can see the business partner number. Okay. Now first what you need to do, you need to select this category, person, organization or group. Let's say I'm creating as a organization. When I will be clicking on that one, it will be asking me for select a grouping and select a BP role. Okay. So now role, here you can see by default it will be selected as this 00000. This is business partner general view. So here you can see only general data is there. What is there in the general data? Address, address overview, identification, control, payment, transaction. Okay, these are the things which are available in the general data, and this is available under the BP role of business partners. So you are creating a business partner, only defining a business partner, and you are adding that business partner data. Let's say what is the address of the business partner, you are just adding. So this is a, let's say, overall business partner, or this is just a um, we can say this is a general business partner. Okay, in general there will be no other data will be there. So you can see there is no company code data in anywhere. You cannot see any kind of let's say purchasing organization data or the company code data. You're not finding anything. Like here also you're not finding anything over here. Okay, now let's go to the previous screen. Now let's go to the previous screen. So here the next BP role is, here you can go to, here you can go to FVLN 00 and FVLN 01. So if you go to this FVLN 01, this is a supplier. Here you can see this is a supplier. Now once we are creating the business partner, once we are creating the business partner as a general role, okay, so that we can call a general role. So general role will not be having anything, only your let's say address and your, let's say, account related information, payment related information will be there. Not much things will be there. So now next one is your FLVN 01. This is a supplier. So this is a supplier role. Okay, so this is a default. Okay, everywhere this is a default. You can see there are many roles are created, which might have been created by copying any of the roles. They have been copied from this one. Okay, so by default you will be having three roles are there. Okay, by default your 00000, FLVN 01, FLVN 00. Okay, these three things will be there. It is related to our supplier side. I'm not going into the customer side. This is the supplier side. Okay, now if you select this role FLVN 01, this will be creating your vendor with purchasing data. Now if we go to the next screen, so here if you select, we have selected 00000, only general data is coming. Now if you go to select FLVN 01, if I go to here, just click on create. Now you can see here purchasing data is there. If you click on purchasing, if you click on purchasing, here you can find this purchasing data which are available in the MK01 section. While you are creating with respect to MK01, you are creating any kind of vendor master, everything is available over here. You can see this data. Okay, these are the purchasing data, these are the partner function data. Okay, and additional purchasing data. Here you can find all of these things, you can find it over here. Okay, so this is called the FLVN 01 or the supplier. Okay, this is the purchasing side. So remember this role FLVN 01 is for our supplier creation, which will contain the purchasing data. Okay, now if I go to this FLVN 00, if I go there, FLVN 00 is there. I select this one, click on create. Now here you can see there is a company code data is there. What is inside company code data? Here you can see the reconciliation account. Here you can see the head means head office, everything. Here you can see the payment transactions are there. right? Payment terms, credit memo terms, tolerance group, payment method. Where this was available when you are creating a vendor master with respect to FK01 or accounting side. So this will be the accounting role for the business partner. So these are the three types of role which will be required for the business partner while you are creating in the S4HANA. So try to remember this, try to remember the difference. Might be you are getting a question, what is a category? Let's say BP category, what is the difference between BP category and BP role? Maybe someone is going to ask you about that. So try to remember this. So category is how we can, what kind of let's say business partner we are having, and BP role is basically what kind, how we are using the business partner. Okay, if we are using the business partner as a supplier, if we are using the business partner as a, let's say, finance side or finance vendor, FI vendor, if we are taking it, so that kind of roles we can define in the BP role. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back to the previous screen. Now we will be going to the BP role grouping. Okay. Okay, so these are the BP roles we have seen. So now what is there? Now there is a number ranges grouping is there. So if you expand this one, here you can see define number range. Here you can see the define grouping and assign number ranges. So here if you click on, so here you can find there is intervals is there. So here also you can see there are number ranges are there. Let's see what is the BP number range over here. So here also you can see there is a BP number range which is different, okay, which is different than the what is BP number range was there in the vendor account grouping. Okay, now let's go back. So now if we go to the grouping and assign number range, if we click on here, so here also you can create a grouping. What is this grouping? This is BP grouping. Okay, so let's say I'll be creating a new, I'll be creating a new BP grouping over here. I'll be going to new entries. What I'll be taking? I'll be taking, let's say, NIBP. Okay, this is my BP grouping. Short name is this. I can take Nissan business partner. I can say here. Okay, so number range, what you want to take, you can take. Okay, number range here you can maintain. Let's say I'll be taking number range as BP here. Okay, so it will take the number range as the BP. So let me save this one. Okay, so I have taken the grouping as NIBP here. I have taken the account grouping as NIVN there, and I have assigned the number ranges over here. Okay, now now, what is the last step? The last step was that we need to assign the vendor grouping or vendor account grouping to the BP grouping, right? So now let's go back. So number ranges have been assigned. Now we need to assign the BP grouping to the vendor grouping, right? So where we can do that? So here you can come to the master data synchronization. Just expand this one. Okay, so here you need to go to the field assignment for vendor integration. Okay, just expand this. So here you are having a assign keys, expand this one. So here you are having define number assignment for direction BP to vendor. There are two things are there. Direction from BP to vendor is there, and there is a number range assignment from vendor to BP is also there. Okay, so now let's click on this one. So now here, what is there? This is first one is grouping. Second one is here you can have the account group. This is our vendor account group, and this is the grouping. Okay, this is the BP grouping and this is the account group. So here you have to assign these two things. We'll go to new position. So what is our grouping? Our grouping is, let's say, NIBP, and what is our, so here we can take this one. What is our account group? Account group was NIVN, right? We will take an IVN, enter this one. Okay, now here you are having one option of same number ranges. Okay, same numbers. If you select this same number, so both of the things, let's say your business partner and your vendor, so both will be having the same number range. If you are not checking this one, then you can have the different number ranges based on the, let's say, your NI, your business partner groupings are having different number, and here, so likewise, say we have selected in this, we have selected the vendor account group number range as different, and this BP grouping number range as different. Like this was something, this 3000 series or something like that was there, and this is one triple zero some number ranges are there. Okay, so we are not selecting the same number ranges, and we will just save this one. Okay, so now we have created this one. Now what we need to do, let's go to the screen and we will be creating a vendor master, we will be creating a business partner, and we will be seeing how the number range is coming. Okay, now we will create a new screen. Let's say we will go to the BP. So here, we can create an organization. You can try with different categories. Let's say person or group, you can try to create. So here grouping. This is our BP grouping. So what we can select? We can select our, let's say, NIVN we have created. Sorry, NIBP we have created. So we will take that NIBP. This one we have selected, right? So now if we click on here, so we are selecting this over here, and we are selecting, so anything you can give over here, let's say, so just provide anything. Okay, so we are just creating any, like any description we are creating, you can fill all the information that is required whenever you are working in the real project, so you can get the addresses and all the details what you need to enter. So mostly this is not related to any kind of, let's say, in the implementation project also mostly we don't do this one, but let's say there is starting period of time for testing purpose, you need to create some vendor, some master data, you need to create it. Okay, so you need to know these things. Okay, if you are working in an implementation project, maybe for the testing purpose, when there is no data is available, so you have to create the master data for the initial period, let's say for your testing and all the things you have to create it. So for that also you will be getting the address and all details what is required, you will be getting from this information. So now here you can go to, so here you can see there are multiple addresses are there, you can maintain the multiple addresses. Okay, for this vendor or for this business partner you can define the multiple, let's say, addresses. Here you can have a standard address, correspondence, home address, business address, holiday home, bank statement, so anything you can maintain it over here. So control also there is not much information, not much required. So we are just saving this thing. Okay, we'll save this. Okay, so there is some interval is missing, so we need to create that interval. Okay, so that number range that we have taken is almost over, so that's why it is having the error. So we have taken this new interval. Okay, so now we can use this interval. So we are taking this number range and we will be assigning this to the vendor group. Okay, sorry, the business grouping we will be assigning this. So now let's go back, just save this one, go back. So here you can go to here and we can find our position NIBP. We will assign the NI number range. Okay, now save this one. So now if we go to the next screen, now we'll go to, you can come here, create under organization NIBP. Okay, so here you can take the same. Okay, now if you save this one, now here you can see the business partner has been created. What we have created in the what number range we have given in the interval we have created. Okay, now if you want to create this business partner as a, let's say we want to create under role of your supplier, we will create this. This is the general data we have created. Now we will be creating the purchasing data. Now if you go here and select the FLBN, let's say 01 we will be taking. Okay, now here you can see this is the FLBN 01. If you go to the purchasing data, here you have to take the purchasing organization. So what are the purchasing organization? You can find it from here. Let's say we are having N100, I believe we have created. Sorry, P100 we have created. Okay, so we can transfer this from existing organization. This is not required. So here you can assign the P100. Okay, just enter this. So currency you can maintain, let's say we can maintain the INR. Whatever things are there you can assign from here. Okay, you can assign these indicators, whatever things are there. This is already we have discussed this in the ECC version, so everything is same. I'm not discussing it further. Okay, you can do it. Okay, you can do it. If you are having any issues, just follow the previous video, like the vendor master creation in the ECC side. Okay, ECC version what we have having in the Hindi playlist, just go there and see. If you are still having the doubt, then you can just comment in the comment section. I'll be trying to create one more session while we can see the creation of the vendor master. Okay, we can see the vendor master creation again. Okay, so this is basically we can create the with the with respect to the purchasing organization. So here you can maintain the whatever things are required. These are some of the control data. Here you can maintain purchasing groups, you can maintain. Here you can maintain the automatic PO indicator, deletion flag for purchasing or purchasing organization. Here you can maintain auto evaluation for GR settlement delivery, return supplier. Okay, so these are the some of the indicators which you can select. Okay, it is same as of your previous selection, so that is there. Now just save this one. Okay, so there is a language key is there, so we have not given an entry, that's why it is having the issue. Okay, so here something are there which is mandatory, so that's why it is asking. You have to fill the city also. You can select the region. Okay, so anything you can select. And the search term also, this is a mandatory thing, I believe. That's why it is getting the issue. Okay, so now I believe there is no issues are there. So here you can check. Okay, so partner roles is not allowed. So here you can delete this one. Okay, so this is also. So we can assign the partner function in the NIVN account group. Okay, so this is also how to create, how to assign this partner role in the account grouping. So try to create this vendor or try to create this business partner likewise. Okay. So similarly, same you can do with this FLVN00 also. So here you are having the FLVN00 also. You can create it. Okay. This is also you can create it. Here you can see the company code data. So in the company code data, here you can fill these kind of information. What is information are there? So here you can take the company code. I believe N100 is the company. What was our company? NI01, Tata Motors. Okay, NI02 we have created, right? Enter this one. So now you can add whatever things are there. Here you can add over here. Okay, this is the company code data or this is the financial data. Okay, taxes, whatever taxes are there, whatever the reconciliation accounts are there, and payment transactions are there. So here you can see the payment terms and all. Here you can maintain all of those things. So here you can create a business partner also. Okay, so try to create this business partner. If you are still facing any error, just let me know in the comment section. We will be trying to create a business partner. Okay. In the meantime, I'll also need to check in the background settings because this is an online server. There are a lot of settings are there which we need to see which things are functional, which things are not. So I need to check those things. Okay. Maybe if possible, we can see in another class how we can create a in successfully how we can create a business partner. And in that meantime also you all need to try to create this business partner. Okay, if you are facing any challenges, do let me know in the comments so that we can see those kind of things. Okay, so that's all for today. We will be meeting up again in the next class. Till then, bye bye and take care.